I just wanted to, may I start? Yeah, everybody's here. I just wanted to inform you that we have just asked for an AOB on the possibility of creation of dirty bomb in Ukraine by Ukrainian authorities. We think that this is a very serious. Is it working? Okay, that's better. So we think it's a very serious danger, serious threat. Ukraine has the capacity, Ukraine has all the reasons to do so, because we know that Zelensky regime wants to avoid, first of all, defeat. Secondly, wants to involve NATO for direct clash with Russia, which is very dangerous, and but which will be profitable for Zelensky regime to remain in power. We indicated that a dirty bomb is not a sophisticated device to be created. Actually, it's a shell with some radioactive waste, and it's very difficult to detect the activities to create this dirty bomb. But we have the information which we shared both in our letter that we sent yesterday, and we shared also this in telephone conversations between our Minister of Defense and his counterparts from several countries. So we indicated that there are at least two facilities that have appropriate scientific knowledge for the creation of this dirty bomb. They are also indicated in our letter. I think everybody has already seen our letter, so I will not dwell into the details. What else should I say? I think that I will limit myself to this and maybe answer your question. Yeah.
Thanks, Ambassador Michelle Nichols from Reuters. In the letter, it details how Russia thinks Ukraine could make such a bomb. And it says that it believes that President Zelensky has ordered two organisations to do this. Ordered two organisations to make this bomb. What's the evidence for that? What's the evidence that Russia has that some sort of order has been given by Ukraine to do this?
It's intelligence information.
Can you share with us?
Do we share intelligence normally? Or does somebody share intelligence in such situations? We see that we know it, and we shared it in our telephone conversation with the counterparts who have necessary level of clearance, I would say. So those who wanted to understand that the threat is serious, they had all the possibilities to understand it. Those who want to reject it as Russian propaganda, they will do it anyway. So we're not very much worried about this. Yeah.
Ambassador, can I get your reaction to the fact that Ukraine has invited in inspectors from the IAEA? That's number one. And number two, there are two controversies at the moment. One is the one that you've raised over the possibility of a dirty bomb. The other is about drones and Iranian drones. One, inspectors are coming in to try and clear up the matter. The other, you're blocking the inspectors. Why?
You should be more precise, James, because this is a little bit twisting of the reality. The inspection on the drones that you're referring to is requested by several countries to happen within the framework of 2231 mechanism, which is not a sanction mechanism, and which can act only when the Security Council authorizes it to act. What we are objecting to now is that this cell is asked to be used upon the request of several member states, which absolutely violates the integrity of Secretariat of the United Nations. We will present our position in detail, I think tomorrow in the afternoon, when we will discuss this issue. This is one thing.
The IAEA inspectors.
IAEA is a different thing.
Yes, I know, but in terms of those inspectors that Ukraine has said we've got nothing to hide, we're inviting in the IAEA, what's your reaction to that?
Okay, they can come, but I explained to you the problem is that dirty bomb is not a very sophisticated device. If you were reading Ukrainian Telegram channels, which are quite informative, you will see that there is now a big fuss in the Ukrainian ruling circles because of the campaign that we started to launch, and a lot of indications that they are trying to kind of wind down this program. And of course they will have enough time to do it. So again, I'm not an expert. Of course, it's between Ukraine and IAEA if they agree to go. But I really doubt that there is a possibility to be absolutely 100% ironclad sure that there are no activities of this kind even after this visit. But this is my private opinion. Yeah.
Ray Bouchafra from Sky News Arabia. Your Western colleagues, they denied the allegations that there is a dirty bomb, and they argue that this is not the first time Russia does this kind of allegation. They say that you did that before with the chemical laboratories, the DoD program in Ukraine, etc. What's your comment on that?
With chemical laboratories, I think we will continue. It's not allegations. This is a very serious process, and we have requested a meeting, I think in 2 days, in line with Article 6 of Biological Weapons Convention. This is a serious process, and we are launching it. We presented draft resolution in this regard. So I don't think that it will be so easy for our Western former partners to deny these claims. As for the others, there was such a question in the AUB. I answered, again, my perception is that there are a lot of claims that we have been making about the things that didn't happen. But shouldn't we view it through the perspective that they didn't happen because we raised these claims and because the Ukrainians were afraid to proceed with these provocations? Again, I can refer to Telegram channels which indicate clearly that these are the cases in many situations. As for allegations, I can also refer to the situation with Zaporozhye power plant. Again, everybody knows this is open secret that Ukrainians are shelling this plant because we have absolutely no reason to shell the plant where we are now. So if the Ukrainians are shelling this Zaporozhye power plant in front of the whole international community, creating danger of nuclear provocation, so why wouldn't they create a dirty bomb? It's the same logic. Yeah, sure.
Yes, Ambassador, you asked this meeting today, what did you want to happen that didn't happen? I mean, what did you expect the Security Council after what you told them? What you wanted them to do it?
I'm quite satisfied. We wanted to raise this issue. We wanted to explain to our colleagues our position. We wanted to appeal to their responsible attitude. And I think we've got what we wanted. Of course, as you understand, Western countries are mostly saying that this is all Russia propaganda, that we are all thinking it out, but, well, we're quite satisfied because we raised the awareness of this fact. And I don't mind people saying that Russia is crying wolf if this doesn't happen, because this is a terrible disaster that threatens potentially the whole of the earth. So I think the price is very little, just several accusations.
Privately. Why was the meeting held privately?
Because there were certain details that we didn't want to disclose. They only are important for the members of the Security Council. But I gave you a count, more or less, of this meeting.
But those details will be leaked anyway. So what are the details?
Well, wait until they are leaked. I'm not going to be a spoiler. Yeah.
The letter yesterday that Russia wrote to the Security Council was signed by Ambassador Nebenzia. Where is he today?
In the office. We share responsibility. I think you will see him. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're working in pair.
Where are these labs in Ukraine that are
Where are these labs? Okay, I will give you.
Supposedly making the dirty
I think
bombs?
they're enumerated in the letter, but if you want, it's the Kharkov Institute of Physics and Technology and Institute for Nuclear Research of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine, located in Kiev.
And does Russia make dirty bombs?
Sorry?
Does Russia produce dirty bombs?
Why do we need them?
I'm asking you, do you produce dirty bombs?
I haven't heard about it, but that would be totally illogical.
Ambassador,
Why would you make a wooden pistol if you have a normal one? Yeah.
Ambassador, in the letter yesterday, it was Russia stated that you've never intended and don't intend to use nuclear weapons, but President Putin's speech last month said that all weapons were on the table. So
It's not what he said, frankly.
that's not what he said? Can you
It's
clarify
your
for
perception.
us?
Yeah, it was. The message was that he's confirmed the Russian nuclear doctrine, which admits usage of nuclear weapons in situation when there is an existential threat to our country. That's what he said. Actually, the only readiness to use nuclear weapons, to my knowledge, came from already sacked Prime Minister Truss. She said she was ready to push the button. I haven't heard about anybody doing the same.
Could I just follow up on that, Ambassador? President Putin did say that all weapon systems would be on the table if Russia's territorial integrity came under threat from NATO. So to say in the letter that you've never mentioned or referred to the use of nuclear weapons is questionable at
You
the very
didn't
least.
contradict to what I say. It doesn't contradict Russian military doctrine. I reiterate, it's about existential threat to Russia. Okay? Yeah.
Mr. Ambassador, again, Stefano Vaccara, La Voce di New York. Did you tell to the Security Council?
Sorry?
Did you, at the Security Council now,
Yeah.
did you say to them what will happen if the supposed dirty bomb that you say that the Ukraine is preparing is going to be used? Did you tell them what Russia will do?
We don't study these hypothetical scenarios. We want to avoid them. That's why we wanted to convene this meeting. But the task of the Ukrainian regime now is to get NATO directly involved in confrontation with Russia. What will happen if there is a direct confrontation between NATO and Russia? I think you have imagination to assume yourself. Okay?
Just to clarify, last question, just to clarify, there's another meeting tomorrow on implementation.
Yes, there is
of
another
2231.
meeting. So agenda is following. We are keeping the whole council busy this week. Tomorrow we are speaking about this integrity of the charter in the line of requests to for investigation within the framework of 2231. And on Thursday we are asking for the meeting in line with Article 6 of Chemical Weapon Convention. So, both open. Yeah, absolutely. We have nothing to hide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador.